y'all can see, it was a dub. Exciting, my shit really came out. Chase me. Let me see. Look. I feel it. She's still laggy. She's still laggy a little bit. Y'all see I think I was there. I know y'all thought I was gonna lose.
Yeah, that hate the grind and sweat the blood is my motivation. I work too hard too long and not be in the conversation. I'm keeping our way up, ain't nothing less than domination. I got the game to say what I can be in combination. Sleeping on me, tell them night night. It's my time in a bright light. Don't ever band no mind and keep it pushing. Don't ever give them a sound. They gon' let me when you shining, but they wanna talk about you when you down.
Motivation.
All that hating that they doing, motivation. Staying winning, nothing less, ain't no consolation. Used to tell me that I couldn't, that's my motivation. Yeah, my motivation. Motivation. All this money on my mind, that's my motivation. You be talking, but you not up in the conversation. They all wanting me to stop, that's my motivation. Yeah, my motivation. Yeah, bad time that I came through when I got one for the boy. Now I'm finna ball out, step back, shoot for the score. If I had a penny for everyone doubted me, I'll make $1 million a month off a salary. Picture me rolling, go look at the gallery. I've been eating now, look at the calories. No, I've been out up on the road, trying to make it to my goals. Had a lot of friends in the past when I quit on me, had a fold. I remember being told, son, don't ever say your soul. For the girls, for the cars, for the fame, for the riches, for the gold. Y'all been chasing material things, I've been chasing my dreams. Stay close to the team, I don't ever need no reason to leave. Heard the birds in the trees, telling me it is a breeze. As you can see, I do it with ease, wanna make it them believe. Bad time that I came through when I got one for the boy. Now I'm finna ball out, step back, shoot for the score. One time for the one time, I'll rebound, I rebound. In the meantime, I stack up, this
Why is
win
my
my
camera
reward.
glitching, yo?
All that hating that they doing, motivation. Staying winning, nothing less, ain't no consolation. Used to tell me that I couldn't, that's my motivation. Yeah, my motivation. Motivation. All this money on my mind, that's my motivation. You be talking, but you not up in the conversation. They all wanting me to stop, that's my motivation.
Say that's my motivation.
till I figure this shit out. Oh, I'm playing this, y'all. And my soul is never on you. I'm about to tell y'all, put that shit back up. Man, they ain't trying to give me no fight, y'all. There we go. They ain't want my camera on today.
We've got high hopes for this contest with these two fighters. Should be a really good matchup. I'm Todd Grisham, and watching this live with me is Johnny Nelson.
You tried to give me the slip, didn't you, my friend? There was no way I was gonna miss this.
It's time for our tale of the tape. And here he is, Terrence Crawford, 173 centimeters tall, tipping the scales at the 135-pound limit, and he's got a reach of 188 centimeters. And standing across the ring from him, perhaps the greatest to ever do it, Sugar Ray Robinson. Weighed in at 61 kilos, and he's 180 centimeters tall. That's outrageous. His reach also 184.
Talk about hot seats in the house. I am so lucky to be sat where I am watching this fight live. I can tell my grandkids about this.
Terrence Bud Crawford, the undisputed Sugar Ray Robinson, one of the most skilled boxers to ever lace up the...
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner from Omaha, Nebraska, here is an acclaimed 3-division champion of the world, Terrence Bud Crawford. Fighting out of the blue corner from New York, here is one of boxing's all-time greats with 174...
The fans are ready, and it looks like the fighters are now ready.
Close the door, close the curtains. This is it. Let me enjoy myself.
These athletes have promised us a war. Let's see if they deliver. Both men step back for just a moment. You'd like to see more jabs. The courage on display here is incredible. Good counter punching. So much hype surrounding this big matchup as the hype continues to build for this showdown.
Certain fighters that are born for this, that are made for the big crowd. And looking at that corner right there, that is that fighter right there. They have elevated, lifted, it's like they're not touching the ground. This is what they were born for.
Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Needs to put some combination work together. One punch is good, 2 punches better. let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes. We just saw it.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy.
Here we go, round 2. Who's going to land the first big shot? Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
When you're fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
They have got great ring IQ. Counter punches are the best.
Those counterpunches have to hurt. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Both of these fighters have had their moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
I don't think it's going to be a boxing match. This is going to be a fight. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. When are we going to see a jab from these two? No rest for the weary. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Here we go in round 3. Who's going to land the first big shot? After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
This fighter's completely content to sit back and let you make the first move. That's where they thrive.
You're fighting a counter puncher, you've got a double shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter punchers, they're watching your every move, every twitch.
You don't want to go tit for tat in there in this fight. They better start respecting each other's punching power. Fighters landing in these exchanges, judge is going to have a tough job.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
The hand speed in these lighter divisions is always so impressive, but if you can sneak in a power shot every once in a while and sit down on a punch, that's where you separate yourself. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers. Oh, wait a minute! Robinson got buzzed there. He's in trouble. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. As bad as boxing judging can be.
All right.
There's the bell for round 4. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Nice exchange here from both men. They exchange punches. Do you believe what we are seeing? What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what he's got to look at. If you hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Swinging big and missing big with that hook. The jab doesn't quite connect. Can't score with that jab. They call it the chin. How strong is your chin? Do you have a glass chin? These are things that can affect the fight.
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've gone in the ring with fights like that and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
A very competitive round with 10 seconds left.
Don't you step forward on me. Oh, that boy. No matter when we need to draw, get flipped.
Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Well, this is a very important break here for this fighter. And there's the bell for round 5. They barely survived the last round after 2 knockdowns. Let's see what happens here.
2 knockdowns and you're coming back from that? That's near on impossible because your head must be all over the place. Your legs will feel like jelly. What can they tell you in the corner? All they can do is wake you up. They can't even go into game plan.
Let's go.
Well, they're back on their feet right now, Johnny. Do they go toe for toe or do they play defense here?
That is a show of character. When you're put down, your ego's hurt, your chin's hurt, your body's hurting, and you've got to get up, suck it up, and think, right, I'm back in the game again. It's so hard for a fighter.
Pretty good start the first half of this round.
Perfect game plan. The thing is, can anybody figure out what to do to change this? It's a perfect start.
You'd like to see more jabs. Both men step back for just a moment. Here he is bouncing on his toes, trying to get some energy. Crawford is dazed. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Beaten, bruised, and battered, but somehow... This is the beginning of round 6. They've got to be feeling confident now after what happened last round.
2 knockdowns in that last round. There'll be sheer panic in that corner.
And what else could they do but to take a knee here?
That must have really dented the ego. You don't want your opponent to see you do that.
Well, Johnny, it's still early on, but what do you think about what we're seeing so far? They threw a punch and just got countered. They won't give us a second to catch our breath. They both want a knockout. Did you see that? Sugar Ray Robinson just got rocked. And it appears they weathered the storm. How? I'm not sure.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round. Robinson!
What the
goes
fuck,
to
bro?
canvas.
I get dropped. Fuck out of here. Oh. I get dropped, but he taking me. We gonna win this round. I don't know. Draw around.
They got knocked down, but didn't stay down. Once again, showing you how much grit and courage this fighter has.
He's up, but for how long? Look at us. On the heels. Look at, it's nothing there. There's no defense. The eyes are glazed.
Hold on, gotta cut you off here, Johnny. Crawford's legs are all over the place.
Caught him. Caught him. Caught him. Yeah, Bill. They play the game early. It's too loud. Here, let me see. I'm driving. Yeah, you see that right there. Yeah,
I don't know who's got the advantage here after both men tasted the canvas in that round.
Absolutely correct.
There's the bell starting to set. Who do you think's got more in the tank, Johnny, as both fighters went to the canvas last round?
One fighter got knocked down earlier, got back up again to knock him down. How are they going to walk back out of this into the next round?
And he scores with the counter. Caution being thrown to the wind. In the build-up to this fight, Johnny, this power puncher told us, listen, I don't care if it's round 1 or round 12, I've got enough power and confidence to end this in one shot.
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you've got to outthink him. You've just got to be smarter than him. You've got to be like a little Fagin and pickpocket him.
Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Putting the pedal to the metal, but has to be careful that he doesn't run out of gas. Here we go with the lightweights. Get ready to see some blazing hand speed and fancy footwork.
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close rounds.
Which fighter will say no mas? You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one.
Again?
Let's talk about Crawford in that
Duh,
last round.
bro.
That bell could not have
Hell
come
ain't ready,
soon
bro.
enough for this guy.
Wow, it's like 2 different leagues.
Yeah. You gonna catch a dub? You scared. You supposed to say yes, Daddy. Say yes, Daddy. Alright.
And there's the bell for round 8. So the
knock
fight
him out.
will continue. How do they turn things around?
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab. Rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Nope, that jab not going to score. Only catching air with that hook. Well, Johnny, we're a couple rounds in. What do you see him so far?
I seen some fighters with a granite chin. You could hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crick. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Walk away from each other and then run right back into trouble. You can tell one of these fighters is starting to fade. What does he need to do to get back in this contest?
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they help to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym. You can do it in the fight. They've got to relax.
This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Robinson hit hard, and he may be ready to go.
It don't matter, nigga.
And that's it. A
Don't matter.
unanimous decision win.
What a right wash. You know, that's skills. That's class. That's levels. One is up there, one is down there. But you know
Don't
what?
matter.
The loser is going to have to learn a big, big
Yes,
hard lesson.
regardless, bro.
I totally agree.
Two back-to-back. Yeah. Ha. Good comeback. He definitely didn't know us at the point. Gotta figure him out, though. Had to figure him out, though. Put him where he needed to be. Oh, boy. Good fight. I promise y'all, 37 of them L's is not true. I only lost 3 times. Maybe 4.
When your idols become your rivals, has a funny way of making you pick up the Bible. I've been hustling for the longest, the money's vital. Late night in the casino, I watched him win the title. I don't have to think too heavy, I can remember. City centers hella cold in the December. The roads that I'm from will turn you to a contender. I'm a Jean-Claude Van Damme, there's no surrender. You didn't know money when the bally meant this trally's up. When I'm saying money, I'm not talking about Pacquiao. It's funny how the tables turn. You're not Ricky Hatton up. Tonight I have to let me put my body down. When you was hitting bags, I was still bagging up in mommy's house. You was in the Philly shell when I was getting swimming in my
One of the rooms you wanted to be loud.
shadow boxing in my pad. I hit the gym when I got out. Walk with me, box with me, go to war with me. That's war with my full city. War with me, that's war with the 6-1. Dogs with me, walk with me, box with me, go to war with me. That's war with my full city. War with me, that's war with the 6-1. Become your rivals, you know the hustle paid. You know you took your lemons and turn them to lemonade. I'm from money where the police are getting. And that's a true story, that's not something you just say. Undisputed, we're the undisputed ones. We want it to be gangster, yeah, we want it to be done.
JR, look at on that potty, bro. Yeah.
I've done this on my ones. I've been running up hills, I've been banging out weights, I've been beating up the heavy bag.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is go time. My name is Todd Grisham. Alongside me, Johnny Nelson.
It's going to be unbelievable. The
party, bro.
fans, everybody around the
Yeah, you
world,
tweet.
the fighters. This is
Hold on,
just
hold on,
one
I
of
got
those
you, man.
things.
It's time for our tale of the tape. Vasily Lomachenko, standing at 5'6" tall, weighed in at an even 59 kilos, and he's got a reach of about 65 inches. And facing him, Sugar Ray Robinson. Even though he's 180 centimeters tall, he still made 61 kilos, and his reach is 184 centimeters.
An amazing reach advantage that fighters do not expect to see in this kind of fighter. The jab is unassumingly long and sharp and fast, and that will really put you off your stride.
Vasily Sugar Ray Robinson. Many consider him to be the greatest fighter in the history of this sport. Inducted into the International Hall of Fame in 1990.
This bout is...
We've waited a long time for this fight. It's here, and the fighters are good to go.
The wait is over. The speaking stopped. The fight begins. Now, let's...
These two fighters promised us an offensive show. Let's see if they deliver. Nope, that hook won't score.
I like this angle.
Caution is being thrown to the wind. So much pre-match drama before this showdown. Who could forget what we saw yesterday at the weigh-in? These two boxers are finally ready to get it on.
It's so hot. It's so heated. There's a roof on here. You don't understand it. When you're working, when the noise is there, the pressure's on, you're thirsty, you're sweating, and you're on the wrong side of a beating. This can be hellfire on here.
Close fight here in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. A match made in heaven.
And he misses with that straight left. It's knockout or bust for both of these fighters. We've seen this fighter in the past go 12 rounds and not have a mark on their face. That's what happens when you stick and move. You hit and you don't get hit.
Outside fights create so much unpredictable movement. Move left to right, box forward, box backwards. You don't know if they're going to attack or defend. Nightmare fighters.
Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Loma in that last round. The game plan does not seem to be working here. What's he have to do differently?
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second, every minute of this round is important. You cannot afford to lose it.
Time winding down as we get set to jump back in the action. Oh, and the right hook clipped him clean. Misses with the straight left. Fighter believes in the anything you can do, I can do better. They'll let you throw a punch first, and they'll answer you and usually hit you harder.
Hard, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be on this. You've got to be on it. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think right. Concentrate.
Good right hook. They are not going to let this one go to the judges. Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
It's obvious which one of these fighters has to get on the inside.
Never gonna happen. You If you've got a good jab, you've got a good reach. I know nobody could ever get past that jab.
These two lightweights are showing you why they are the best of the best. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Loma in that last round. Well, he is in big trouble here. He may have been saved by the bell.
You know, I've been in fights like that. When you're thinking, come on, man, ring.
On to the third. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Those counter punches have to hurt. Which one of these athletes is going to say, I can't take it anymore? A lot of fans know how quick these lighter fighters can be, but tonight, don't be surprised if these don't pack a lot of power as well. Beautiful counter shot. Swing and a miss with that hook. Beautiful counter punch. Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Nice exchange here from both men. Good counter punch. You don't want to trade shots. That hook just can't find the target. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Loma in that last round. From this moment forward, he cannot afford to lose another round.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
And there's the bell to start round 4. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pick you up.
Seen in the past from this fighter, they don't get concerned when they lose some of the earlier rounds because they know they've got that power that can strike at any moment.
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Caution being thrown to the wind. This has been a very competitive round between these two.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Both men step back for just a moment. It's all offense all the time. These two were made for each other. Not a lot of punch out. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Loma in that last round? Well, this is the time that the trainer needs to come in and say something special.
Knocking his head off.
And there's the bell for round 5. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Well, Johnny, it's still early on, but what do you think about what we're seeing so far?
So you're getting in there with somebody that's so fast, you're prepared to take a lick it because you've got to get some before you get in close.
Swing and a miss with the hook. Walk away from each other and then run right back into trouble. You know, with lightweights, these guys are going to be lightning quick.
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in the fight. You've got to relax.
You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I missed that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them more than happy.
He misses with that straight left. Let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Loma in that last round. What would you tell this guy? He's got to do something different.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know.
This is the beginning of round 6. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
When someone punches that hard, you don't want to trade shots. Well, Johnny, we're a couple rounds in. What are you seeing so far?
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone. Forget tactics. They know the second they touch you, it's done. That's where the confidence comes from.
Couldn't land that jab. Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
A lot of effort being exerted here. They are giving us a high-tempo show. Firepower here. They threw the hook. It didn't land. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Loma in that last round. Well, we're entering desperation mode here. Gonna need... Here we go. It's round 7. After that last round, something has got to change.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Well, Well, just a couple rounds left, Johnny. What's your assessment so far?
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you've got to outthink him. You've just got to be smarter than him. You've got to be like a little Fagin and pickpocket him.
That counter shot lands. Defense is not an option for these two. You'd like to see more jabs. Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other, because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Well, Johnny, has anything surprised you here as we enter the final frames of this bout?
Let me explain to you about a fast fighter that's got hand speed and footwork. They're relaxed, they're confident, they know they just have to quick burst, boom! In a split second, they've let 4 shots go. Their footwork has got them out of the way, and these guys are so relaxed.
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Loma in that last round. There's the bell to start round 8. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
The only fear you have with this fighter is, has he punched himself out? That jab doesn't score. Neither one of these fighters want to see the judges' scorecards. Well, you know, in this division, we're going to see a lot of combinations, a lot of counter punching.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight.
Oh my God, Johnny! Lomachenko goes down!
Oh, I was gonna drop his ass. Oh, he's gonna drop his ass. Sorry, my camera ain't working for y'all, man.
So it's onward and upward after a knockout win here.
What a build-up. What a journey towards this fight. What a fight itself. The crowd enjoyed it. The fighters enjoyed it. I certainly enjoyed it. And what a way to end the fight. There's no...
62% punch connection rate, man. Plenty gamers, like, follow, and subscribe if you ain't already subscribed. And you might as well OTRS.